evening and welcome to this edition of Newsletter on 6. Today is Tuesday, February 12th, 2019. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the Tullahoma Sports Council held its first induction ceremony Saturday night for the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame. We'll bring you more award winners from the recent Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce's annual membership banquet. And the play Red Velvet Cake War opens this Thursday night at South Jackson Civic Center. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6. Can you imagine a world without beauty, without color, without creativity, without art? Well, neither can we. Keep arts alive and experience all kinds of arts and crafts at the second annual Arts Alive Tullahoma on the newly renovated lawn of the South Jackson Civic Center, May 25th and 26th. For details, visit TullahomaArtsCouncil.com and come spend the day at our fun, family-friendly arts festival.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC. Check out this 2019 GMC Terrain up to 19% off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
At the time, maybe you were just building a bridge, a business, or a community. Maybe you were simply working for a home or a better tomorrow. At the time, you served out of duty and love of country. But in that time, we see a legacy created, an American dream lived. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Sports Council held its induction ceremony last Saturday night for the first class of the newly created Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame. Mayor Lane Curley opened the ceremony with some history about how the council came about and introduced the night's Master of Ceremonies, Montlow Athletics Coordinator Scott Chasteen.
Welcome everyone to our inaugural Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame Awards banquet. As you look around, please understand things like this don't just happen. Special thanks, first of all, to Council Member Cheryl Tweedy for her hard work in leading and planning for this event. A special thank you also to our Parks and Rec Department and kitchen crew for providing a really good meal tonight. I want to also recognize and thank the Tullahoma Sports Council members led by Jim Branch. Second, although she asked not to be recognized, I want everyone to understand that many of the costs of the council and the Hall of Fame banquet have been underwritten by the generosity of Mary Louise Stewart and her late husband, Jimmy Stewart. Thanks also to Kirk Lick, the longtime Director of Parks and Rec, and his team for a job well done tonight. I've never been in this gym when it looked like this before. And I also appreciate the support of the aldermen. Each recognizes the important role of sports in the community and voted to provide the initial funding for the council. I also want to acknowledge the work of the coaches who are present and others who help mold the student athletes of today. We cannot underestimate the tremendous positive impact great coaches and others have had on these honorees and the honorees to come. A special shout out also to the parents. Your sacrifices are duly noted and appreciated. When I first approached Chairman Brancher over 2 years ago about forming a sports council, I had 4 things in mind. Fitness is critical to the well-being of the community. Fit individuals are typically happier and more productive. I also asked the council to recognize achievement. And now we have the Sports Hall of Fame. Another goal for the council is to help position Tullahoma as a premier sports destination. I'm pleased we are here to recognize and honor these men and women who have helped shape the sports culture of our community. Through their talent, hard work, dedication, and perseverance, they have excelled and were re-inducted into the inaugural class of the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame. To each inductee or their survivors, we are proud of you and thank you for the job well done. We appreciate the work that you've done and the recognition you brought to your school and to Tullahoma. I suspect each of our inductees agreed that he or she had someone or several someones who encouraged them every step of their journey. An encourager has a multiplier effect. Let's commit to encourage our young people by telling them that if you work hard, team player, and commit to do only your very best, not only in sports, but in all facets of life, great things are obtainable. With every interaction we have with a child, we have an opportunity to tear down a child or lift up a child. And it's so important that we lift up the children. For all we know, our encouragement and support might make the difference in whether or not some child is a future inductee to the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame. So once again, please be an encourager, not just in sports, but in life. Please welcome our Master of Ceremonies, Scott Chastain.
Everybody who had a hand in putting this together just did a magnificent job. It is unbelievable. But the person who started it took no credit, and that was Lane Curley. Lane took an idea that had floated around for years and created the Sports Council, created the committee to do the Hall of Fame. Jim turned it into this. Those two guys really made this happen. They really did. For me, it is a tremendous honor to be a part of this first Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame ceremony. I look around this room and realize that I'm surrounded by the greatest collection of athletic talent in the history of the city of Tullahoma. This will never happen again. I mean, this is the peak right here. These are the greatest of all time. There'll be additional Hall of Fame ceremonies. There'll be additional inductees, great athletes, great coaches, great officials, great this and great that. But there will never be another first. This is the first. You guys are the icons. Congratulations. We're going to get right to it. Yes, absolutely. Congratulations.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester. Check out the 2018 Ford Explorer up to $8,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford on 41A in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Welcome back. Kristen Luna and Scott Van Velzer were named the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce's Extra Miler of the Year. Tullahoma Community Coordinator Winston Brooks made the presentation at the Chamber's annual membership banquet.
We are now going to give the 2018 Extra Miler of the Year award, and Winston Brooks with the City of Tullahoma is going to come forward to present this award.
Oh, they don't want to see me dance. Good evening. I'm humbled and honored to stand before you tonight and present the next award. What a great region to celebrate. You may have heard Mayor Curley speak about building a world-class community. The reason is because of everyone in this room. World-class people build world-class communities. Tonight's Extra Miler recipients are just this type. The Extra Miler program was designed to recognize and pay tribute to those citizens in Tullahoma who have gone above and beyond to make a difference. I've enjoyed getting to know these extra milers. Their work is excellent and fun to watch. They have a genuine enthusiasm for our community and region, and the lenses through which they see our region is going to have an impact that we're going to enjoy and visitors are going to notice. This year's Extra Miler team moved back to Tennessee from California in 2011 and started a creative agency for destinations and companies across the region as a side project to their journalistic work. And I'm just getting started, so bear with me. I just want to let you know a little bit about what they've done this year. They frequently collaborate with the state's tourism agency as well as entities across Tennessee like Rutherford County, Franklin, Knoxville, Memphis, and the Tennessee Whiskey Trail. From Savannah to Panama City Beach, Oklahoma City, and others. They produce marketing campaigns for numerous CVBs as well as national brands like Mars Pet Care, the Grand Ole Opry, Airbnb, Fairmont Hotels, and Hilton. Installing murals throughout Coffee County, they both work tirelessly on promoting Coffee County as a region to celebrate, cherish, and build upon through public art, digital media, community activism, and poetic justice. This team has many years of experience in travel writing. She has 15 years in consumer magazines under her belt, having written more than a dozen guidebooks for major publishers and contributed to publications ranging from National Geographic to Southern Living. In 2007, she launched her award-winning travel blog, Camels and Chocolate, that now serves as a marketing vehicle for destinations like Sweden, the UK, and the Florida Keys. She's traveled to more than 120 countries in all 50 states. Her Instagram has almost 30,000 followers. When she mentioned Tullahoma in a recent post, I felt like a rock star with all the follower requests that the city's account received. This is the kind of influence that they have. The other half of this team graduated from San Francisco State University and comes from a diverse work background with experience in journalism, contracting, electronics, events, and public art. A California native and a veteran of the U.S. Navy, he's lived in 3 European countries as well as traveled to more than 40 states and 70 countries. If you've seen the latest Discover Tullahoma video, you've already seen some of their great work. By now you may have guessed that the Extra Miler Award goes to Kristen Luna and Scott Van Velsen for their work. Please join me in congratulating Kristen Luna and Scott Van Velsen for this Extra Miler Award.
I guess this explains why my mom came, because I've been trying to get her to come as our third wheel for the last few weeks, and she said no. This is a huge surprise, so I don't know what to say really, other than my granddad came here almost 70 years ago. He started Householder Artman and Associates. He really invested in this community. I think when you're growing up here in a small town, you don't really understand how great you have it until you move elsewhere. For me, that was moving to Suwanee, then Knoxville, New York, Europe, back to New York, to California, and then it was actually Scott's idea that we come back to Tullahoma. We were at a Tullahoma wedding in Auburn, and we heard about all the great things that were happening in the state and in this community in terms of tech and advancement and community improvement and aerospace, and we just wanted to be a part of it. So we moved back about 7 years ago, and we are so happy we did. We get asked by our friends all over the world, what's it like living in a small community? And we said we wouldn't trade it for our big city lives anymore at all. We chose to be here. We've planted roots here, and we're excited to move forward with the great leadership of our Board of Mayor and Aldermen in Tullahoma, but also people like Winston and Jennifer, who have been great visionaries for this community. So thank you guys for honoring us. I'm a little bit shocked, but we really appreciate all of your support. So
I'm just saying, we stand on the shoulders of giants, and we're just getting warmed up.
We'll be right back with more News Leader on 6.
It's not Invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. The bookshelf owned by Dot Watson was selected as the Small Business of the Year by the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce. Let's watch as the presentation is made.
At this time, Lenore Blackwell is going to come forward to present our Small Business of the Year award.
All right, Small Business of the Year. This particular organization, I'm going to read you the nomination because it tells all about them. It's a not-for-profit, but the organizer behind this Small Business of the Year is someone that you're going to know, someone who is really touted as one of the faces of Tullahoma, and you're going to know here in just a moment. The Small Business of the Year for 2018 is the Bookshelf. It's operated by the Literacy Council, has a staff of only 2 part-time employees, and a group of 20 volunteers. It's open for business 6 days a week for a total of 44 hours. Since there is no bookstore in the county, it has provided a great service to the community. Since the books are donated by the community, they are sold at very reasonable prices. The Bookshelf provides its books to many organizations for fundraisers, to fill the 14 Little Free Libraries from the Sunrise Rotary Club, put a plug in there. They provide free books to communities, schools, the subsidized housing units in Tullahoma. It also maintains a reader's wish list and calls individuals when books that have been requested are received. It provides funds to Blue Monarch so that each cottage could have a computer and printer, and it also provided funds to Blue Monarch for them to collaborate with the Tennessee Valley Woodworkers to build bookcases in the main house and fill them with books. Also provided books for both county libraries to teach financial literacy to young children and support the summer reading program at both libraries. It provides a box of books at the dedication of each new Habitat home. They also are an approved site for students to obtain community service hours. The list goes on of the things that they do with the Bookshelf. The opportunities they provide are endless. We want to thank you, Ms. Dot. Come up and receive your Small Business of the Year.
Thank you so much for this. We love what we do at the Bookshelf, and we could not do it without each of you because of the books you bring to us that we are able to turn into funds that we can do for the community. Not only do we support, the Bookshelf is sponsored by the Literacy Council, and we help to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. And one of the things we're most proud of is we were able to start classes in the jail this year. We have already had 50 inmates who have successfully completed and passed the test. This means each of those who achieve that have their sentences reduced by 30 days. That helps reduce the cost of running the jail, and that gives them a ticket to help them get a job when they get out. So we love what we do, but we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much.
More News Leader is coming up. in just a moment.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Check out this 2018 Ford Escape, up to $6,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. The play Red Velvet Cake War will open this Thursday night at South Jackson Civic Center. Peggy Burton spoke with the play's director.
To give you the 30-second pitch.
Okay.
The main character is going through a psychologically stressful time, and for reasons that I don't want to get into,
right.
She has been given a court-appointed psychologist to prove that she is mentally stable. So her two cousins decide that the best way to demonstrate her mental stability is for her to head up the family reunion.
Okay.
Now the family reunion is typically hosted by Aunt Lamerle, who is, if you just imagine Aunt Lamerle, I'm sure whatever you conjure is going to be pretty accurate. Yeah.
As you call her name.
The family reunion is Aunt Lamerle's thing, and she is not happy that
somebody else is going to be
exactly
involved.
And so there's an argument that devolves into the main character Gaynell telling her that she's going to make Uncle Aubrey the best red velvet cake that he's ever laid tongue to.
Oh wow.
And then you very shortly find out after that Aunt Lamerle is famous statewide in the state of Texas for her red velvet cake. So that's where the Red Velvet Cake War comes into play. But yeah, it's a family reunion, Southern fried comedy. There are things that, you know, I was born and raised here, and there are just things that I think anybody who was raised in the South can.
They're going to catch on to what's going on.
Yes, exactly. They'll catch on to it, and there's a nostalgia feeling there and a connection there. That
there was a fabulous article in the paper yesterday.
Yes,
I hope everybody will open that, and you can read a lot about the play. Let's just say when it is and all
so
that.
It runs the 14th through the 16th. Through the 16th through the 17th.
It's like one weekend.
Yep. So it's open. It opens on Valentine's Day, which is a Thursday, and then it runs through that Sunday.
What a great thing to do on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Go have a few laughs and go out to eat. And wait, are you serving cake?
I do believe so. We will be serving red velvet cupcakes.
So you can have your cake and eat it too.
Yes, you can. You can have your cake and eat it too. Yes, so the show times are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are at 7, and then the Sunday matinee is at 2:30.
And I'm assuming there's an intermission.
Yes, there's a 15-minute intermission. It's actually a relatively short show. With the intermission, it runs about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Good. And I assume the museum is open.
Museum will be open as always. Yes, the Mitchell Museum.
And what's the cost price?
Cost is $15 for adults or $13 for students. You can get tickets by calling South Jackson at 931-455-5321.
Right there it is. Write it
it's right there on
down.
the bottom of the screen. Or you can go to southjackson.org, or you can come by our office. We are open Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and you can talk to the wonderful Renee Tyler, and she will hook you up and get you set and on your way.
I always encourage people to get their tickets early, either online or at the office,
of course.
because
you just never know.
You don't have to stand in line.
Especially on a day like Valentine's Day. One, you don't have to stand in line, and you just don't know. Yeah.
Well, I think you've got a good cast. I saw the picture, but I didn't have time to read it because I didn't get the paper till late last night. So who are some of the cast members?
I was about to, I've almost become a broken record. I always say that I get really, really lucky anytime I direct a show here at South Jackson, that I just always wind up somehow with a marvelous cast, and that has nothing to do with me. It's just we have a talented community.
We really do.
And just a great bunch of people to pull from. So it almost doesn't matter who shows up. I'm going to be able to get what I need.
Yeah.
But we have Cynthia Redicott, Buffy Davis, Amy Hardaway, Connor Rostel, a bunch of faces, some faces that are familiar to South Jackson, and some that are new.
Is this Connor's first play?
I think this is certainly not Connor's first endeavor at South Jackson, but it is his first show. Yes, it is first play.
I'm impressed by that because he's young and he's talented in so many directions, so this will be a first for him.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And it runs, remember, it's just one weekend.
That's right,
Because
just one
sometimes we
weekend.
run plays for 2 weekends. I know we have Beauty and the Beast coming up, and that's going
That's
to
in
run.
April, and that runs 2 weekends.
That runs 2 weekends.
Yeah, no, the Red Velvet Cake War is a one-weekend event, February 14th through 17th.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Fran Gray and Elmore Tolbert, who will let us know about the new Alzheimer's Support Initiative. Marty Scott will stop by to tell us about his show coming to town, and Lyle from Tullahoma Parks and Recreation will come by and tell us about their next Lunch and Learn coming to the area. All that and more on this week's Living.
And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Check out this 2018 Kia Stinger, yours today for only $370 a month. Kia is the power to surprise with its 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Stop by Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma and let us tell you why we are #1 in customer satisfaction. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1938 at 74 degrees. The record low was in 1981 at 1 degree. The average high on this day is 51 and the average low is 29. Partly cloudy and cooler weather expected tonight with a low of around 32. Mostly sunny weather in the forecast for Wednesday with a high of 52 and a low of 39, and mostly cloudy weather in the forecast for Thursday with a high of 56 and a low of 43. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.